Now I'm going to show you some of my favorite tricks with hyperlinks and publishing Google Slides. The first is when you take a link and you want your students to go from the Google slide to another place. And you can always just copy the URL and paste it here. Oh, that's another trick. When you paste something, let me undo that. Control Shift V is going to paste it in the same format as the slide. And it's not going to bring that formatting from wherever you're copying it from across. It's going to match your formatting. So that's another little bonus tip. But when you do this, just paste a URL, it's messy looking. And sometimes the URLs are huge and take up a lot of space. So what I usually do is type the word click here or another indicator that there's a hyperlink. And then I highlight it and click this insert link and then paste the link in there. So then that will take the person wherever they need to go. You can do this with images though, so it doesn't have to be just words. So if we were to put an image here, let's say a flower. Sorry, one second. Flower. So let's say this rose, and I wanted this rose to lead over here to our flip grid. So the link is actually come with it because I use the Explore tool, so I can remove that link. If it doesn't come with it, that's okay. So you just click on your image and go get the link that you need. And then click that little linking tool. You can also go to Insert, Link as well, or Control K. And when you do that, Control K, you'll have this, and you can paste that link to the flip grid. So when you're in Present and they click on the flower, it'll take them to the flip grid. Now, you don't have to link to external sites. You can always link to other slides in the slideshow. So if we had other slides here and we wanted that rose to go to another slide in our slideshow, I could remove that. And this time when I click on the link, I'm going to go to slides in the presentation. And I'm going to choose that I want to go to slide 4, apply. And I'm going to put on slide 4 that this is slide 4 so you can see it. And then when I go to present and they click on the rose, it's going to take to slide 4. So that's a fun way to get students to places that they need to be. You can also put in invisible links. So let's say you just had, let's go with this flower right here. This would be a good example of how to do this. Of course, it's not going to let me bring that one in. Let's just drag and drop it. See, nope. Some images we can't use. This will be a good one too to use. All right, so on this one, I want just this flower. Now, I could always crop it and just pull the different flowers apart, but what you can do is you can put in an invisible link. So if you just do a text shape, and we're just going to do this shape, and I'm just going to put it over that flower. So I'm going to tell them to click on the yellow flower to go to slide 4. I'm going to make it transparent and the border transparent. And now I'm going to link that object to slide 4 and apply. Now when I present, if they click anywhere else, it's just going to take them to the next slide. There is another hyperlink going on, and I'll explain that. But if they click on the flower, the yellow flower, it's going to go to slide 4. So let me show you what was going on. Because I brought this in from the Explorer, there's this hyperlink down here that I need to remove. So it doesn't take me to the actual site of where I got those flowers. So when I'm in Present and click anywhere but the yellow flower, it's going to take me to the next slide. But the yellow flower is going to go to slide 4. So you can put those invisible links hidden on your page, and you can put them all over, and then when they click on different things, it will take them to different slides, or it can take them to different external sites. Now, when you have your presentation completed, let's give it a title so this will work. There's some different tricks you can use. One that I always do is I publish my slideshows. So they're in presentation mode and they can't be edited, or I don't get requests for edit access. So what I do is I go File, and then I go Publish to Web. Sorry, there's this toolbox in the way. Let me remove that. File, Publish to Web. And then I can do a link, or I can take an embed code. So if you're using Canvas and want to embed this Google slideshow into your Canvas assignment, you can do that with the HTML. So you can use that embed code and put that on your HTML when you're making your assignments. You can set up how fast you want the slides to auto advance. Do you want it to load as soon as it starts? Do you want it to restart so it's like in a cycle? And then you're going to click Publish, and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to publish this? Yes. And then you have your link, and you want to copy that, and then this is what it looks like after it's been published. Now, there are some other URL tricks you can use to get it to look like this if you don't want to publish it. So you can go right here. So we have this URL bar, and at the very end, from the slash, everything from edit over, we're going to change in some of these URL tricks. So the first one, we're going to go preview. When you do this one, what happens is, let me remove some stuff down here. You don't have like that big, let me show you the difference. So this is preview, and then the next one is called present. So if we change everything from that slash forward to present, now you have this right here. If you don't want this, then go preview. If you want that, then present. So present will give you that. Preview will not give you that bar. It will be way down here. So it doesn't get in the way. If you have something on your slides right here, it doesn't get in the way and it's way down here. Another couple URL tricks is copy, force a copy. So you can change that to copy. And then anyone that gets your slideshow will be forced to make a copy of it of their own. Now, be careful of this one that you did change the share rights. So if we go back to edit, make sure you've changed the share rights, because if I were to give that forced copy link to someone, they wouldn't be able to copy it unless I change the share rights to anyone at Elko County School District or anyone with the link. Now when I have them force a copy, that would work. So that's one thing I always forget, is to make sure to change the share rights before I give a copy to someone. Now, one I like even better is a template preview. So if you type template and then preview, it gives the person a preview of what they're going to make a copy of, because I have clicked those make a copy links and ended up with wild things in my Google Drive that I didn't really want. So I like to be able to show them what they're making a copy of before they just randomly click make a copy of something that they can't actually see. So those are some ways. There's one other thing I want to show you about links. So let me go back to edit mode. If you want to send them to a Google Classroom assignment, you can do this. So let's go to Classroom, and I'll go into my sample Google Classroom. And in here, in classwork, let's say I want them to click on the rows, and it is going to send them to this assignment right here. So what you'll do, you'll click your three dots, and you're going to copy the link to that assignment. So then I'll click on my rows, my link, And I'm going to remove the link that sent us to slide 4 and now paste a link to send us to that Google Classroom assignment. Now when they're in present and they click on that, it's going to send them straight to that assignment. So that's another trick to use. So I'm hoping you're liking all these little tricks for Google Slides.